The night was restless, though no one could explain why. The air carried a strange heaviness, as if the earth itself was holding its breath. Inside the quiet house, Yong and Sheng Xiaoyu remained in their separate rooms, the distance between them colder than any winter night. Yong stayed awake, sitting by the window, pretending to read but unable to focus on a single word. His thoughts wandered back to Sheng. The way Sheng looked at him earlier, full of hurt and disbelief, still lingered in his mind. He knew he had deceived him, lied to him, manipulated his heart, but never once had his love been a lie. Sheng, in his own room, lay awake as well. His body longed for Yong's warmth, his heart screamed for his embrace, but the betrayal was a poison that made every thought heavy. He had believed Yong, trusted him, loved him with a desperation he never felt before. To know now that Yong was not an Omega, but an S-class Alpha who had hidden everything, it shattered something deep inside. His chest ached with confusion, anger and longing all at once. And then, it began. The walls trembled. A low rumble echoed through the floor. In the next instant, the house shook violently, throwing books off the shelves and glass onto the ground. The earthquake came without warning, fierce and unforgiving. Sheng stumbled out of bed, his knees giving way as the floor pitched beneath him. His shoulders slammed into the wall, pain shooting through his body. He gritted his teeth, trying to push forward, but before he could reach the door, a heavy beam collapsed from the ceiling, striking him across the back. His cry was swallowed by the deafening roar of breaking wood and falling stone. Yong burst out of his room, his eyes wide. His instincts as an alpha and his love for Sheng guided him straight to the sound of his pain. The sight froze him for a heartbeat. Sheng Xiaoyu, the man he loved more than life itself, lying on the ground, blood staining his shirt, his face pale and twisted in agony. The beam pinned him down, his breath shallow, his body trembling. "No!" Yong shouted, his voice breaking. He rushed forward, ignoring the shards of glass cutting his feet and the dust choking the air. Every muscle strained as he lifted the beam, tossing it aside with sheer force. He dropped to his knees, pulling Sheng into his arms. Sheng groaned, his eyelids fluttering. "Yong, I'm here," Yong said quickly, his hands trembling as he pressed against Sheng's wounds. His heart pounded so hard it hurt. Panic and fear consumed him, but he knew what he had to do. There was only one way to help, even if it meant exposing the last of his secrets. He leaned closer, his forehead pressed against Sheng's and released his pheromones. Strong, soothing waves of power filled the air, wrapping around Sheng's broken body, calming his pain, healing his wounds faster than any medicine could. It was the gift and curse of being an S-class alpha. He didn't even care about the consequences. Sheng's eyes widened, shock piercing through his haze of pain. His body felt the unmistakable strength of those pheromones. The scent was not Omega. It was not weak, nor fragile. It was powerful, commanding, overwhelming. His voice trembled with disbelief. "You, Yong?" Sheng's breath caught. "You're an S-class alpha too? All this time, you've been lying to me. Deceiving me." His voice cracked. Pain was not only from his injuries but from the betrayal that wrapped itself around his heart. The man he loved, the one he trusted with everything, had fooled him so completely. Yong's eyes burned with unshed tears. His voice, usually steady and sharp, was weak now. "I'll explain. Later. Please, not now." His throat felt dry, every word costing him what little strength he had left. His energy drained rapidly, his body weakening as he poured everything into keeping Sheng alive. But Sheng was not comforted. His chest tightened with rage and sorrow, tears mixing with the dust on his face. He tried to push away, his hands trembling against Hua's shoulders. "Stay away from me," he shouted, though his voice was weak, almost broken. "Don't touch me. I can't even look at you right now." The words stabbed deeper than any wound. Yong froze, his body stilling. He wanted to hold Sheng tighter, to never let go, but his arms fell limp at his sides. His heart cracked at the sound of Sheng's rejection, yet he could not blame him. Everything he had done, all the lies, the disguises, the manipulation had led them to this moment. And now, even as he saved his life, Sheng looked at him not with love, but with betrayal. The earthquake raged on, the floor shaking, walls splitting. Dust fell from the ceiling, and the world felt like it was collapsing around them. Still, Yong shielded Sheng with his own body, ignoring his own bleeding wounds, ignoring the pain tearing through him. He couldn't lose him. Not like this. Not after loving him silently for more than 15 years. Sheng closed his eyes, his tears sliding down his cheeks. He wanted to hate Yong. He wanted to let the betrayal turn his love into ashes. But in his heart, the pain was tangled with love so deep it made him choke. He couldn't deny the truth, no matter the lies, no matter the manipulation, he still loved him. That love was what made the betrayal cut so deeply. When the tremors finally began to fade, the two of them lay in silence. Their bodies were battered, their breaths shallow, but they were alive. Alive, but broken. The earthquake had left them with scars, but none deeper than the ones carved into their hearts. Sheng turned his face away, refusing to look at Yong. His voice was low, trembling. "You should have let me die. At least then, I wouldn't have to live knowing the man I love is the one who deceived me most." Yong's heart shattered at the words, his chest tightening with unbearable pain. He wanted to scream, to beg, to confess everything, that his lies were born of love, that his manipulation was his twisted way of keeping Sheng close. But no words came. His throat closed, his voice lost. They survived that night, but survival was not victory. Survival meant living with the truth, with betrayal, with anger that would not easily fade. For Yong, it meant watching the man he loved slip further away. For Sheng, it meant wrestling with a love that refused to die, even when everything else had been destroyed. And as the dawn broke, painting the ruined house with pale light, one thing was certain. The earthquake had not only shaken the earth, but it had shaken their hearts beyond repair. And so, with the dust still settling and hearts weighed down by betrayal, the story of Yong and Sheng Xiaoyu grows even darker. The earthquake may have passed, but the cracks it left, both in the earth and in their souls, remain. In a world where love and destruction walk hand in hand, nothing is certain, and the next moment could bring either redemption or ruin.